Ever feel like social media is this big, confusing game where the rules keep changing? Maybe you've been told you have to go viral to be successful, or that algorithm is out to get you. Well, let's set the record straight. Today, we're busting some of the biggest social media myths that might be holding you back. It's showtime. Let's get started. Creating consistent, engaging social media content shouldn't feel like rocket science. I've helped thousands of entrepreneurs go from I don't know what to post to I've got this, using simple, easy to implement steps that make a big difference. I'm Maggie Carey, and welcome to the Painless Posting Podcast. I hear these myths all the time from business owners who feel like social media just isn't working for them. The problem? They're following outdated or flat out wrong advice. So, we're going to dive into some of the biggest misconceptions and what you could be doing instead. The first social media myth is that you have to go viral. We need to bust this idea that you have to go viral to be successful. People think if they don't get millions of views, their content isn't working. Because here's the truth. Virality is overrated. Building a loyal audience is what matters, way more than getting one random viral hit. So, debunked. Going viral might feel like the ultimate goal, but it is not the key to long-term success. Chasing trends can lead to inconsistent messaging and an audience that isn't truly engaged with your brand. So, what actually works? Focus on quality over quantity. I've seen businesses thrive with just a few hundred engaged followers because they prioritize real connection over empty views. Instead of chasing viral fame, build a loyal audience by showing up consistently and providing valuable content. So the key takeaway here, instead of asking, how can I go viral? Ask, how can I be valuable? Social media myth number 2. The algorithm is out to get you. Let's talk about a big social media myth. The algorithm is out to get me. I know it feels that way sometimes when your posts don't get the reach you expect. But here's the thing. The algorithm isn't punishing you. It's just doing its job, showing people content they engage with the most. The good news? You can work with the algorithm instead of fighting it. So debunked. Social media algorithms aren't punishing you. They're just prioritizing content that keeps people engaged. There's no secret formula or magic hack. And if anybody tells you there is, think on that, because what actually works? The algorithm rewards engagement and consistency. If people spend more time on your post, watching, reading, commenting, the platform will show them more of your content. Instead of fighting the algorithm, work with it by creating content that starts conversations and keeps people interested. So for example, instead of just posting a product photo, ask a question or share a story that sparks discussion. Storytelling is such a great way to engage with people on your social media. So the longer people engage, the better your content performs. So focus on engagement, not just posting for the sake of posting. Social media myth number 3. More likes equal more success. The myth that more likes means more success on social media is just that, a myth. It's easy to assume that if a post gets a ton of likes, it's performing well. But likes don't always equal results. What really matters is engagement that leads to action, saves, shares, DMs, clicks. If your audience is just scrolling and double tapping, but never actually engaging with your brand, you're not really getting real growth. So, debunked. It's easy to get caught up in vanity metrics, but likes and comments don't always translate into actual business growth. I've worked with clients who've had small but highly engaged audiences, and they've made more sales than accounts with thousands and thousands of followers. So what actually works? Prioritize meaningful engagement over surface level engagement. Instead of measuring success by how many likes you get, pay attention to who's engaging and how they're responding. Are they clicking on your link? Are they asking questions? Are they saving your posts? These actions matter more than random likes. If you have a posting tool that can collect these analytics, it will help you in understanding how these social media interactions can leverage into sales. So instead of chasing likes, chase conversations and connections. Social media myth number 4, you should stick to just one platform. This social media myth of sticking to just one platform is the worst advice I've ever heard. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't focus your energy on one or more platforms. What I'm saying is putting all your eggs in one basket. While I get the appeal of focusing your energy and relying on one platform, it is risky. What if that platform changes? What if your account gets suspended or hacked? Putting all of your effort into one place means you're at the mercy of that platform's rules. And if we've learned anything from this whole TikTok debacle, it's that a social media platform can be removed at any time. It is out of our control. So debunked. While it is important not to spread yourself too thin, relying on just one platform is too risky. Social media platforms change their rules all the time. What happens if your go-to platform suddenly limits your reach or, worst case, disappears? So, what actually works? Diversifying strategically. You don't need to be everywhere, but you should have a presence where your audience is. For example, if you primarily use Instagram, but your audience is active on LinkedIn, start repurposing your content there. Now, what I do is I take my content and I repurpose it on 8 major platforms, but I engage in LinkedIn and Instagram as my 2 primary platforms. You can do that as well. You can choose 2 or 3 platforms that align with your audience and adapt your content accordingly. Social media myth number 5. Social media growth happens overnight. One social media myth that I hear a lot is, I'm starting to post consistently on social media. Why aren't I growing? You cannot expect your social media growth to happen in a heartbeat. It takes time. Social media is a long game. The problem is people expect instant success and they give up too soon. So it's debunked. Social media isn't instant success. Even the biggest accounts started at 0. Growth takes time, consistency, and a willingness to adapt. So, what actually works? I want you to think long term. Instead of chasing quick wins, develop a sustainable content strategy that helps you build a strong foundation. I always say, batch your content, plan ahead, and focus on consistency over perfection. Takeaway from this debunked myth: social media is a marathon, not a sprint. Stay patient, stay strategic, and trust the process. So there you have it, some of the biggest social media myths debunked. If you found this episode helpful, I would love to hear from you. Which myth surprised you the most? Drop a comment wherever you're listening. And if you enjoyed the Painless Posting podcast, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. It helps others discover the social media shortcuts too. Now, if you need help actually composing your captions, I have a free offer for you. Download our free Help Process Guidebook. Inside, you'll find step-by-step guidance on how to create captions that convert. Head over to thehelpprocess.com and grab your free copy. Again, that's thehelpprocess.com. Don't wait, download it now. And until next time, keep your posting painless and your engagement powerful.